welcome to JECA News Channel 5. Today's top story is Hurricanes, the deadly truth. Now to our lead anchor, Janae Young.
What are the natural forces that cause or create hurricanes, and how do they affect us?
A powerful storm with low pressure center that makes intense winds and heavy rainfall is a hurricane. Hurricanes are made over a mass of warm water during warmer months. Air from other areas with higher air pressure meets, then pushes into the low pressure area. Then the air becomes warm and rises.
As the warm air rises, the other air swirls to try to take its place. As the warm air rises and cools, the water in the air makes clouds. The clouds and the wind spin and grow, creating a hurricane. This causes flooding, house damages, food shortages, sea levels to rise, and vegetation to be uprooted. Half a dozen atomic bombs equal a hurricane.
Okay, thank you very much to Janae. Now to another anchor / meteorologist, Kayla Curry.
Our next question is, define a hurricane. A hurricane is a tropical cyclone. It spins counterclockwise. It has winds that swirl around the calm center known as the eye. A hurricane has pounding rains that come with, follow, and hit the land, and then the hurricane slows until it dissolves.
The second question for today is, under which weather conditions do hurricanes form? Hurricanes always form over warm water that is exactly 80 degrees at least Fahrenheit. And that water heats the air above it, and that air becomes warm and it becomes lighter and rises. Cool air replaces the warm air that rises, making winds. Over very warm tropical waters and with high temperatures, wind moves faster and faster, making a spiral. When the wind reaches 74 miles per hour, it becomes a hurricane.
And now for our third question. Where geographically do hurricanes occur? The hurricanes form in places of warm water. They're usually called hurricanes when they form over the Atlantic Ocean and eastern Pacific Ocean. They form north and south of the equator, places where there are wind speeds of 75 miles per hour or more. And now to our meteorologist, Kayla.
For our next question, when, what season, time of day, do hurricanes form? They usually come in summer and fall, June 1st through November 30th. This happens every year. Around 80 to 100 tropical storms occur, and only 60 of them become hurricanes. Back to you, Jay.
And for our fifth question, how are hurricanes detected or forecasted? Hurricanes are detected by satellites, Doppler radar, and reconnaissance aircraft. Satellites help forecast hurricanes by tons of satellite images in motion, help forecasters gather information on track and development of the hurricane. Doppler radar can detect rain patterns associated with hurricanes. It typically covers rain from a 200 to 250 mile distance from the radar location. Reconnaissance aircraft collect environmental, geographic, and atmospheric data. This is very helpful to scientists and is important in forecasting hurricanes. And now to our co-anchor, Angelica.
Now for our sixth question, what kind of damages can hurricanes create? Hurricanes can damage homes, cars, schools, buildings, trees, boats, and of course, lives. It also damages beaches and can erode the sand and destroy animals' homes. Just take Hurricane Sandy, for example. It destroyed tons of buildings and even left a giant carnival ride in the ocean. An estimated of 10,000 deaths each year worldwide are due to hurricanes.
What steps can be taken to prepare for hurricanes? Provide safety tips, including a list of items for your hurricane disaster kit. Get a sealable bucket, fill it with non-perishable foods such as canned foods, and a proper can opener's manual. Drinkable water, and a battery-operated radio, so you can hear if you need to evacuate or that it's safe to go outside. A battery-operated flashlight, extra batteries please. A first aid kit in case of injuries, a good sturdy shoes to go through debris, no flip-flops. Money and credit cards just in case your home is destroyed, medication in case a sickness happens, personal hygiene items like toothbrush, hairbrush, cell phones with charger and contact information, and maps of the area you're in so that if you need to evacuate, you know where to go, blankets to sleep, and an evacuation plan. We'll be right back after this short intermission for JECA JECA News Channel 5.
Now, for your information, we're going to see what's between a watch and a warning. A watch is something that when you're told about the storm, but for hurricanes, it means that there's a possible hurricane within your area. A warning is something that means that hurricane conditions are expected in your area.
And now for our 9th question. How do people who have lived through hurricanes describe the experience? People who have lived through hurricanes remember tons of rain, wind, hail, and destruction. They remember seeing crazy sights like trees and cars in the air. Also, tons of homeless people and homes being destroyed. And all remember that it was a very tragic event. And now to our co-anchor, Angelica.
Now for number 10, why is it important to study weather? It is important because it affects us greatly in our everyday lives. Also, it can be very dangerous if we are not prepared, and it could hurt us greatly. Studying weather can help us be prepared and aware, so if anything were to happen, we were ready.
Are hurricanes affect our states? Yes, hurricanes are affect our state. This one is Texas, where most hurricanes are predicted. We live near the Atlantic Ocean, where most hurricanes occur. We also have very warm weather in the summer. That's basically an attraction for hurricanes. Lastly, we have had hurricanes in the past. So why would we not have them in the future? Back to you.
Now for our final question.
Number 12, what was the most devastating hurricanes in history? One of the most devastating hurricanes was Isidore and Lily. They hit part of Mexico, Cuba, Texas, and Louisiana. Another one that hit the U.S. was Hurricane Andrew that hit Atlanta, Louisiana, and Florida. Andrew was one of the country's most expensive hurricanes. It destroyed boats, harbors, houses, and wiped out mobile homes, bridges, and roads. 2 million people were evacuated for Hurricane Andrew. One that hit Honduras, Nicaragua, and Guatemala was called Hurricane Mitch. Mitch had winds up to 150 miles per hour. It destroyed many of the country's banana plants, and tons of people lost their jobs. Now to Kayla Curry. We are here with JECA JECA News Channel 5. Today we are here to talk about hurricanes and their categories. Well, let's talk about the first one. Category 1 has winds from 74 miles per hour, get this, to 95 miles per hour. Now, let's look at Category 2. Oh my goodness gracious, Lord Almighty, 96 to 110 mile per hour winds. It just keeps getting higher and higher, I tell you. Category 3 has winds from 111 miles per hour to 129 miles per hour. Winds, speeds. If you are outside, you are twirling around, my friend. Let's look at category number 4. 130 to 156 miles per hour. If you are outside, you are drop dead on the ground, dead. Let's talk about category number 5. You might want to hold your breath for this one, guys. 157 plus winds. I mean, that's crazy. As the younger kids would say, it is crazy up in that hizzle. Alright, so one last look at the categories of a hurricane. And thank you for watching JECA JECA News Channel 5. Have a good night, Wilmington, and stay classy.